Hello, it's the Leeds Warrior Josh Warrington, and these are 10 things that I can't live without. Okay, number one on the list, goes without saying, family. Family's everything to me. My wife, my kids, even Johnny Kebab. I don't have a picture of him here, but yeah, family's everything for me. It's one of the reasons why I carry on to do what I still do. It's not the only reason, but yeah, to provide a certain life for my wife and kids, and to be able to have so much time with them, you know, and the motivation at the same time. When I come home from the gym, I can switch off and just go from Josh Warrington to Daddy and Josh, basically. So yeah, family's number one. Also on my list, boxing. Boxing's been a massive part of my life. I've got the boxing gloves, 'cause that's what you need when you're having a fight. But yeah, my whole life has been shaped around boxing. Some people believe that I don't have a brain and I have a boxing glove in there. But boxing, like I say, so I think in 27 years or so I've been boxing, from when I first walked in the gym as an amateur to where I am now. As a 33-year-old professional man, 15 years deep in the professional game. So yeah, it's been a massive part of my life, and I think it will do when I retire, still be part of my life in different ways and shapes and forms. But yeah, boxing is right up there. And yes, I might look like a bit of a diva. No, this is not the missus's bra. This is my eye mask. Now, I know it sounds like a complete diva saying an eye mask, but as you know, as an athlete, sleep is very, very important. And you know, I used to go to sleep with my pillow on my head because I felt like I needed complete darkness to switch off, earplugs in. But then my wife said to me, listen, you're going to suffocate yourself one of these days with that pillow, so why don't you try an eye mask? I've not looked back since, and I can't seem to switch off and get shut-eye without my eye mask, so there you go. Mobile phone, now I hate to admit it, because material possession, I mean, it's all material possession, but yeah, so much is done on it, you know, phone calls, messages, social media, emails, connecting with sponsors, connecting with businesses, connecting with promoters, connecting with your managers. Also, it's your camera, it's a notepad at times as well. So yeah, a lot of things is done on the phone. I'm gonna say another essential is my guitar, and I'd say music. Music is a broad spectrum. I wasn't always a fan of music, which is weird to say. I used to listen to what my dad listened to when I was a kid, but I wasn't really into bands until maybe teenager. Then I was listening to bass lines and dance music, and then I've discovered guitar music and a broader spectrum of music as I got a bit older. But yeah, I wanted to learn the guitar after discovering Oasis. Obviously, it's a topic of talk at this moment in time, and I've got the little squiggle of Noel Gallagher now. I want to thank Paul Cheat massively for arranging me to meet him. It was a few years ago. He was doing a charity event over in Manchester, and I asked if I could bring my guitar over. I'd love him to sign it. And you know, people might say I'm lying, but I know, and I've got witnesses. He walks into the room. I was still talking to Vernon Kay. You know, he's a bit of a celebrity himself, and Noel walks into the room, and he walks straight past Vernon. He goes, "Hey Josh, how you doing? How's your job?" And I, because he was showing a few months after Carlframpton, and I was like absolutely gobsmacked. He knows my name, and you know, I got talking to him a little bit later, and he, you know, just like everyone else in the boxing world, in the sports and whatever, everyone's seen the Carlframpton fight, and we spoke about that one. I had so many things in my head that I wanted to say to him. I wanted to ask him about why he doesn't like Sunday morning calls, what gave him inspiration to write this song, when him and Liam will get back together, and all my head was muddled up, and I couldn't decide which one to ask him first. So when he said, "What do you want me to put on your guitar, Josh?" I said, yeah. And he said, "Do you want me to put your name on it, Josh?" And I went, yeah. He went, "Do you want me to put anything else on it?" I went, yeah, whatever, mate, yeah. So he just wrote, "Yes, Josh, big love, Noel Gallagher." And not many moments of being starstruck, but that certainly is up there. Like I was a fangirl, like a 7-year-old girl meeting Taylor Swift. And what on, and hopefully, I've not met Liam, but hopefully this time, 21st September. So this one might seem a little bit weird because you might say, well, of course, we all need water, but not just a water bottle, obviously. It's a beautiful water bottle. I drink out of glass and I drink out of metal these days. You know, stay away from all that plastic, even the BPA plastic. As you discover health and well-being and diet when you're training and you're sweating so much, you need to restore the body. You need to replenish the body. The body's 60%, 70% water, and I learned early on in my career that how important it is for weight making, for rehydration, for protecting that grey matter. So that's surrounded by fluid, and the last thing you want to do as you're taking trauma to the head is be taking trauma to the head without nothing protecting that casing in there. So yeah, I think when my day comes and they lay me to rest in the coffin, I think they will bury me with a bottle of water, because it's not often that I've not seen with a bottle of water. Ben & Jerry's. Obviously, in boxing you have to eat healthy, and it's come to a stage in my life where it's just part of the norm now. Me, my wife, my kids, we all eat quite well. It's not often you see dirty stuff in the cupboards on my fridge freezer, but after camps, I just love ice cream, man. And you know what? It's fucking tough. But if I'm opening that, I'm eating it straight away. It's going down. So if you talk about what's your little guilty pleasure, Ben & Jerry's. I love a ton of Ben & Jerry's. Keep bringing them different flavours out, because I love them. I've even got some Ben & Jerry Chunky Dunkies because of Ben & Jerry's, not because of the trainer. Wouldn't be a Yorkshire man if I didn't have some tea on there. Not just tea, I don't like a coffee as well. I like a coffee first thing in the morning. I've had a coffee machine for near on 10 years. It was a wedding present actually, pretty spoiled. But yeah, we've had a coffee machine which grinds the fine coffee beans. And I'm talking like a proper snob. Brought up on a council estate, we were used up to Nescafe, instant coffee, and then I discovered real coffee beans. There's a few different coffee shops around Leeds that do specific coffee beans from all around the world, and I'm like bringing them home. Tash, check these coffee beans out. Let's have the taste. Now, Max Hughes in my gym is also a coffee connoisseur, and he knows what he doesn't know about coffee isn't worth knowing. But yeah, a fine cup of coffee in the morning, it's that spot. But then later in the afternoon, more times when I'm not in camp, I love a cup of tea. Lovely drop of milk, strong builder's tea, 2 sugars. Yes, I don't mind admitting I like 2 sugars in my tea. But that's what Yorkshire people are built off. It's part of our DNA. Look at that. Those royalty, I've still got it. It's unopened, unchristened, but I'm pretty proud of that Yorkshire tea box. Notepad is another essential. I know I've got my phone, and I've spoke about you write so many things down on your phone and whatnot, but I'm still pretty old school, and I have this at the side of my bed because a lot of the times my brain comes to work on the night time. Before I have my coffee on the morning, I don't function. I'm certainly not a morning person, but I do seem to come awake at night now. I don't know if that's because of years and years and years I've tuned my body to being awake at night. Obviously normally when I walk to the ring on fight night, it's around 10:30, been main event over the last 10 or so years. But when I'm laying in bed, that's when most ideas pop to me. I always feel like if I roll over and pick up my phone, I get distracted by that. I end up going on Instagram, having a little swipe through a few reels, and then next thing you've been on your phone for an hour. But pick up your notepad, write something down with a pen. Yeah, that's a pen for the younger audience out there, and write it physically down. And yeah, sometimes I wake up and I can't even read it because it's that scribbly. But yeah, notepad. I've done it for years and years. And finally, 10 things I can't live without. Leeds, the Leeds Warrior, Leeds United, the city of Leeds, the people of Leeds. A lot of times in the early stages of my career, I used to get asked what makes Leeds, and I always used to think of like certain places and maybe talk about Temple Newsam or the city centre or Roundhay Park, but I do feel like it's the people who make the city the kindness, and you know, friends. Most of my friends and family are from Leeds, so Leeds rounds off my 10 things. It's home, and that is my list. And I've been the Leeds Warrior. Thank you.